All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it as always. Thank you for the early 5x5s. Maria doing okay. It be what it be. All right, Dan Phillips, Evolving Media, thank you for the 5x5. Mr. Landfill, Witty, thank you for the 5x5. Joe, Tim, Sarita, Maria, WTC, Wallace, Bushpig, Elaine, Dobie, thank you for the 5x5. Jeep Dog, Krista, Deanna, Bass Bunny, thank you for Bass Bunny, sorry, thank you for the 5x5. No Juan, Streetwise, thank you for the click by click. Krista, if I missed you, thank you for the 5x5. Water Tiger, Crow, Sandra, Elysia, Master Blaster, Patty, Vegan, Prep, Kathy, thank you for the 5x5. Christian Prepper, what's going on? Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for the 5x5. SR, Last Days. Japs, thank you for the 25. Being smart. Kathleen, thank you for the 5x5. Lori, thank you for the 5x5. Villain, thank you for the 5x5. Prepper Revelator, what's going on? Adriana, what's going on? Thank you, guys. JF Enterprise, thank you for that. And appreciate it, guys. Bucky, Keith, and Swamp. Smoking Swamp, excuse me. Thank you for the 5x5. All right. So, today, so I released a video, was it yesterday? Yesterday, right? I released a video about the bad feeling, right? And the reason for that one is, again, I'm probably gonna beat that one like a dead horse, but the acts that people are committing are pretty bad. The violence, that is. There was a theory, be gay, American, Christian, thank you for the 5x5. There was a theory a while back that Planet X was near Earth during the Dark Ages. And during the Dark Ages, that was one of the most insane periods in human race. And supposedly that a lot of nonsense or bad shit went down back then. So I always keep that in the back of my head as well, that something in outer space could be creating this problem as well. But every day I open up my phone, something crazier has happened, right? Now, I know some of you are going to ask me about the helicopter here in New York City. Apparently, it fell apart. Now, I was told it might have clipped a plane, which when now thinking about it, that's highly unlikely, but I was like, all right, that could be a possibility. But the owner of the helicopter or the company said, and I quote, "This is a machine and machines break." Do you think people want to hear that shit? After he said that, I was like, I would have got in my personal vehicle, drove down to the company, no matter where it was, and went to war with that fucking owner. If that was his answer, yo, it's a machine and machines break. I was like, what in the actual fuck? Like, even and granted, we all know that that's some shit you keep to yourself. You don't go on the media and say that shit. Nonetheless, he did. The devil is definitely working overtime. Villain. It's one thing to need fuel. It's one thing for the propeller or to fly completely off the helicopter. That's what happened. You can need all the fuel in the world. I can't see that breaking off. And it landed probably 50 to 100 yards away from them in the water. Because you see the helicopter go down, then you see the propeller go down. Or maybe it's vice versa. The propeller came down first, then the helicopter. One or the other. Nonetheless, it was just a bad look. Helicopters don't drop from the sky. Gary, that one did. Thank you, Joe. The rotor and the transmission separated from the helicopter. That shit don't happen. You know what I mean? Like, the chances of that happening is small. Very small. Nonetheless, I think the top prop clipped the rotor. All right, I guess. Called mass. It's a helicopter failure called mass bump. Matthew, never heard of that. But if you are a helicopter pilot, you would know better than me. Watching you, I don't want Mr. Winky in my relationship. Yeah, well. No kidding. Listen, whatever. No, I did not. Dan Phillips, I wasn't there. That's in Manhattan. That was downtown, like at the opposite end of where I am as a fireman. I'm in the Bronx. That was at the edge of Manhattan. So now I get to work it. We get to go to fires and shit. Down there, they go to a lot of accidents, scaffolding accidents, things like that. A bird in the back rotor? I don't know. That doesn't happen. Yeah, listen, some of you guys are professionals and know about helicopters and shit like that. I don't. So all I know is that rotor wasn't supposed to come off. That much I know. When I saw that, I was like, holy shit. Like initially when I saw the video, I just saw the helicopter falling out of the sky into the water. I'm like, man, that's bad. There's another angle where you see the rotor and the helicopter land in two different spots. I was like, whoa, that shit shouldn't happen. Now, supposedly, the family, the father, excuse me, and this is coming from one of my favorite nerds, the father worked for a medical company, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he was the CEO of Simeon, right? Simeon from Spain. And everyone in that community is very suspicious how that happened. That shit just doesn't happen, right? So, did I say that? Did I say, not Seaman, right? It's Simeon. It's one of the two, right? But anyway, that's where he worked, right? And again, I find it that's very suspicious in itself. And again, the rotor just coming off is like, what the fuck? So anyway, conspiracy. Yeah, listen. All about conspiracy. I love conspiracy. There's some conspiracy that are just too far fetched. I still entertain it because I always go, man, wouldn't it be some shit if, and then entertain the conspiracy. Pronounced semen. Is it semen? Siemens? Semen. I don't want to keep saying it over and over again. It's gonna get what you call it, demonetized. All right. Semen. I said Simeon, right? No, it's semen. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm saying. Oh, freaking job. Something stinks bad. Yeah, listen. Very competent pilot. Yeah, again, sabotage. Someone said it just doesn't make sense. But they're allowing tolerance, not otherwise. Yeah. So also, by the way, I got to see the movie Warfare. I want to do a movie review on it. I'm not sure if I should put it on the Angry Film Critic or on here. That movie was fucking intense. It was so intense, by the way. After watching that movie, every guy who's ever served in anybody's military around the world, you guys get all my respect. That movie was intense. I mean, like, you felt like you were there. The entire situation, the way the shit unfolded, they built up to the firefight in the towards the middle and end of the movie. You were just like, holy shit. That was intense shit. It was fucking high speed. They were anatomically correct with the way bodies look after they get, destroyed with IEDs. I mean, on point. The movie was good. The movie was some shit. So, yeah, if you are a military guy and you've been in combat, that movie's going to take you back there. You might start yelling out coordinates and fucking all kinds of military lingo after watching that shit. That shit was fucking, it was good, man. You watch it now. Now I'm letting it settle in. I'm probably going to go see it again. But it was a good fucking movie, man. I was really impressed. I could tell by the trailer it was going to be good. Like that show of force. I didn't know if that's what it meant. That shit was fucking. That was some good shit, man. Very good. You guys would definitely get a kick out of it. Just watch the Paradise Bombness. A whole year for season 2? No shit. That sucks. And I like Paradise. Paradise is a good show, man. Really good show, too. Very clever, but a whole year. G20 was good. I don't know, but what's her name in it? I was just like, I was sort of like, eh. But I'll give G20 a shot. Shout out to the Bronx Born. All right, but anyway, good movie, guys. Definitely take a gander at that. So tonight's live stream, we are going to be talking about the price we will pay. Now that price is looking like everything. I can't. There's so much going on, and then there's shit going on in outer space. Like, forget. I mean, I don't even want to bring that bullshit into it. But all of the shit that they're talking about that's going on right now. They're supposed to be a star either collapsing or exploding in the next couple of years or next couple months or weeks. But it's supposed to be a good light show. They don't even tell us how close that one is to us. You got a meteor that they keep recalculating, or a comet, asteroid, that they keep recalculating, and is seemingly going to be a city destroyer if it hits. It's most likely going to hit water, but if it hits, like New York, it would destroy the entire New York City. I think it's the size of a school bus or some shit like that. And every time they recalculate it, the probability of it hitting us gets bigger and bigger. So there is that. Beetlejuice. Huh. So a lot is going on, and I don't even want to talk about that. But as far as the price we will pay, it's going to start with a lot of people, guys, who took the arm ticket. Now, a lot of people like, it doesn't matter, but I'm looking at celebrities every day on my phone being diagnosed with a stage 4, you know what, right? And the stage 4 Mr. C, out of nowhere. Now, I didn't know. I mean, I guess women can get prostate cancer, but it's more men than it is women. But women are popping up with stage 4 prostates. You have kids popping up with pancreatic cancers, left and right. That is not good. People are trying to figure out what's going on and why. I fucking tell you one, who the fuck were we talking about? We're talking about somebody in the fire department that was just diagnosed with end-stage cancer. And guys are like, it could have been this. I'm like, it wasn't that. He got sick a year or 2 years after receiving the arm ticket. Get the fuck out of here. They related back to 9/11. And that's the problem with a lot of firemen. No, not prostate, colon cancer. It wasn't prostate. If a woman has prostate cancer, then she's a dude, right? But anyway, Pink Moon. Is the Pink Moon Sunday or tomorrow? I heard it was tomorrow night. If I said prostate, I apologize. I meant colon cancer. Why did I? Yeah, I meant colon cancer, not prostate. I'm sorry if I said that. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. I meant colon. I'm thinking prostate because I know a bunch of people who are developing prostate cancer. But anyway. Gnostic Nomad. I heard about that. Actually, I had an article on that. The 17 doctors and nurses at Mass General, right? Wasn't that in Massachusetts? That came down with cancer. Brain cancer, right. The Pink Moon's tomorrow night. Some are saying Sunday night. I'll be ready regardless. Wherever the fuck it is, I'll be ready for it. Pancreatic 10 times. Rosie O'Donnell has prostate cancer. Michelle Obama would have prostate cancer, so I do apologize. But no, colon cancer. And a lot of people are popping up with stage 4 right out of the gates. Yeah, I heard about Rosie. What about Rosie? Rosie O'Donnell's in Ireland, isn't she? Why are we talking about her? So anyway, that's that up, and we're gonna see a lot of weird articles coming out about people catching weird ailments. This one guy who's starring in the show, not starring, but he's in the show. The one with the kids and the drug addict. What's the name of that show? Everybody was watching it. Euphoria, right? And the kid on that said he came down with a rare, life-altering disease. I didn't read the article. I should have read the article, but I didn't read the article. And it was a weird ailment. And you're seeing a lot more people with weird diseases they can't explain. And obviously, when people come by them, I'll do videos on them in batches and talk about them. But I find that to be very, very bad that we're going to start watching. And people we know, even family members who might have taken it. You might even have family members who took like a bunch of them, a bunch of arm tickets, because they wanted to protect themselves. Now, which I'm going to do a separate video on, more information is coming out about the arm ticket. And there was something called, God, is it called SG4 or S4G? Or was it SG50? Can't remember. But there was a toxin in the arm ticket everybody took for Mr. 19 that is causing all of the Mr. C's. I got microplastics at least. Microplastics is a different conversation altogether. That isn't. Rosie was kicked out of Ireland. Her residency was not approved. No shit. I didn't know that. Pink Moon will be visible April 12th. That is tomorrow at 8:22 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Shit. Won't be able to see it. Because I'll be at work, and at 8:22 the moon's at the horizon or just above it. SV40, thank you, Betty. SV40. That's the toxin that's in it, and that's causing all of the cancers. But anyway, so yeah, the pink moon, I won't be able to see it. Oh well, such is life. Yeah, colonoscopy, whatever. Listen, you know what it is, guys? People, when we go back, right, and we watch all of the videos during the whole Mr. 19 event, you watch all of those videos on how people were pushing the arm ticket, and they were telling us this was going to save your life, that this was going to stop the Mr. 19 dead in its tracks, that it was going to prevent you from getting sick or lessen your sickness, and none of that happened. And they sold people snake water. Snake oil, excuse me. SV40, that's what it was. I watched the video on that, and the guy was talking about that shit was available years ago. We're talking about before, who was it? It was actually in the polio vaccine, the first round of polio vaccine. So if anybody remembers, the polio vaccine first came out, that nonsense had the SV40 in it, and it wound up killing a bunch of kids. And not a bunch. I think it was like 8 kids or whatever it was. It wound up killing. Anyway, they took it out. And they wind up taking it out, and then the next batch of polio vaccines actually worked. So the SV40 was available back then. Yes, Bucky, yes, that's exactly what it is. And there are a bunch of doctors coming out and talking about this shit. Maybe I shouldn't say it too much because they're going to be like, oh, he's talking about the... But yeah, that's exactly what it is. So anyway, we watching all those videos. And then you watch the videos where everybody was doing all the dumb shit, like wearing a face covering while they're in a pool, wearing a face covering while they're in a hot tub, diving on the water, coming up with a face covering on. These are the idiots that we watch do this shit. And everybody yelled at us for not looking as stupid as they did. That's what they were doing. They were yelling at us and calling us all kinds of names and shit, and we won. But when you look back on it, when we look back on that historical moment, if you will, everybody looked like an idiot. Everyone. Oh, so Kathy, my whole what you call it? Not rash, but hives that I was getting, it was vitamin D deficiency. Go figure, huh? My son's mother figured it out. She sent me a link or something like that, and I started taking it, and I haven't had a problem in 3 days, maybe 4 days, no outbreak. So I'm pretty sure. Now I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because it stopped. I haven't had the problem. So it is, and the deficiency was because of the stress. So obviously, right, stress wipes out a lot of shit in your body, a lot of the vitamins, a lot of the enzymes, whatever you have in your body, it wipes it out. And so that's what I was experiencing. Johnny 308, she's a smart girl. She's a nerd. She's a scientist. She's good at her shit. But yeah, imagine that. So when you take vitamin D, by the way, it's D3 with K2. You have to have the mixture of both. It allows the D3 to enter the bloodstream and not get kicked from the bloodstream. So it lets it absorb into the bloodstream a lot easier. You can also take it with magnesium, and there was something else, also fatty foods as well. So yeah, a vitamin D3 with K2, that's the best vitamin D to take. And it actually absorbs into the body a lot quicker. So I take my D3 in the morning, Bucky. I take magnesium at night. ECAT? Yeah, I guess never allow yourself to get stressed. Yeah, I guess you're right. K2 from greens. Yes, D3, I need the K2. There's combos now. There are D3 vitamins with K2 in it. So just look for that. Look for a more organic or clean version of it. I take a liquid spray. What is it? Liposine or something like that in it. That helps absorb into the body a lot quicker. That's what I take. So I haven't had the problem. I'm getting more of that. I'm getting more of it, obviously, at the end of the week or maybe next week. Creatine helps with a lot of things. Brain fog is one of them. It also helps out. They're starting to see with dementia and Alzheimer's. It helps build muscle, obviously, right? So if you're old, that's a good thing to take as well. It also helps with cognitive functions. Ashwagandha is good for stress. I've been taking that for years. But unfortunately, when you go through something heavier than your vitamins can handle, that's what happens, right? Yes, Water Tiger, that one. That helps your vitamins into the body or bloodstream a lot quicker. But anyway, so guys, people are just more and more people are going to get sick, and I think we're going to start seeing it at an apocalyptic level, and people are going to start getting scared, and then they're going to be like, "What's going on?" And then scientists are going to come out of the woodwork and go, "Well, we think is," and they're going to blame it on some bullshit, right? So they're going to blame it on our food, perhaps, maybe the air. Maybe they're going to blame it on... I think the microplastic thing is an angle. I don't know why, but something doesn't sound right about it. And I think they're going to try and blame microplastics on everything that goes on so that they stay away from arm tickets. I think that's my personal conspiracy theory. I don't think it's so much microplastics. I think it's the arm tickets and this shit they're giving us. And they're going to blame that, and they're going to connect that to everything. They're going to connect that to ADHD. They're going to connect that to Alzheimer's, dementia, blood disorders, heart disorders, you name it. You know, autism, they're gonna connect that to all of it, so that we don't look at the arm tickets. That's what they're gonna do. So I just think that's my own conspiracy theory, that I could be way the fuck off. But I'm drinking from plastics for 60 years. Chris Hines, and that's the other thing. We have been. But everything I drink out of now is it's steel, right? Steel or ceramic. That's the other thing. A flyover. They're going to blame everything on forever chemicals too. Jonathan, I have not tried John's wort. I would try it. And what not advise you to take it if you want. No, I'm not on any other medications. So currently, I'm like 47 years old and one of a few guys that I know who are not taking medication for anything. Everything I try to do as natural as possible. But I would definitely I would try that because I've heard good things about John Wart's. Glass, ceramic, and steel. Adam, that's exactly and the only things you should be drinking from. Glass, steel, and ceramic. That's it. And cook out of a cast iron. John Wart's is great for depression. I will definitely look into that. Probably tomorrow. 3 or 4 stainless steel. Yeah, cast iron. No ED meds. I don't need that yet. Yet? Did I say yet? I don't need that. I don't know why I said yet. You keep lifting weights, you keep working out, you keep walking, you'll be fine. Lifting weights is the key to all health problems, it seems. There's more studies coming out about it, how it's just helping. Only 47, still young. 47 is not... You know what? 47 might be young if I wasn't jumping on and off a fucking fire truck. If I wasn't humping up and down stairs with 100 pounds worth of gear. Yeah, it'd be fine. But now, like, the shit's starting to break down, right? My shoulder was giving me shit yesterday. My elbow was shot. My knees fucking... Again, from the job, you know. Joy, seasoned cast iron. Yeah, my cast iron stays seasoned. Stays seasoned. I leave grease in it, and then I clean it up with salt. That's it. But, so, again, the other price we're going to pay, guys, is, I think this is the bigger one, and that's not taking a stand against anything that's happening. We are watching, again, AI replace a lot of jobs. And they're replacing a lot of jobs subtly in certain fields, right? So when people start retiring and leaving that job, they start replacing them with robots and or AI. So no one really sees that takeover. No one's noticing it. But when companies like, who did it 2 years ago? I think Geico did it a couple years ago. Or was it Allstate? It's one of those two. They took a lot of people and they fired them. They gave them severance packages. They said adios, and then they put fucking AI in their place. Right? And so, being that they did that, if there's a world there. Charles John, I guess. I guess you're right. Byron, thank you for that, I guess. I don't know how, but yeah, all right, I guess. But yeah, we didn't take a stand against a lot of shit, guys. And the problem is there's constant division in this country. We're going to continuously be divided on everything. And we will always be divided. That's the problem. And the worst part is, a lot of us know this. We know that this division is being set in motion so that we don't come together and we don't take a stand against things together. Charles John, AI can be stopped. It absolutely can, but people keep saying the cat's out of the bag. There's absolutely a lot we can do about it. We could stop shopping at companies that use AI. Companies could stop using AI and stop being greedy, because AI, guys, is not to run an efficient business. That is a bullshit reason they give you. It's not to give you better customer service. That's another bullshit reasoning they give you. It is to put more money in their pockets, because if you fire your entire staff that's handling the phones, and you're paying that whole staff over $2-3 million a year in pay, right? and paychecks and shit and pensions and medical coverage, that's probably more than that. But let's just say 4 or 5 million. Let's hit there. $5 million a year you're spending on that. 20. Let's go up a little better. $20 million between fucking medical coverage, dental, eye, and then if you have a pension for them, and then their paychecks, right? So you got those things going in play. You wipe them out. You're putting $20 million back into your shareholders' pockets and yourself. That being said, that's why they're doing it. They're not doing it because it's going to help the customers out. It never does. AI is fucking taxing when you talk to them. Now, there are large language model apps that I love using right now because it's helping me out. But as far as AI goes, that's a different ballgame. And I don't think, guys, they're going to allow us to have true AI anyway. They're just not. They're going to give us some half-ass 5-year-old AI kind of deal. They're not going to give us superior AI. Superior AI can solve the world's problems inside of 2-3 hours. And everybody could be happy. But they don't want AI to do that, and they don't want us to have it. They don't want us to cure from Mr. C. Absolutely not. Dislike those bots at rallies. What bots at rallies? Because they have robots at supermarkets, and Prepper Revelator sent me a photo of one, I think it was in a supermarket near him, where it was checking the aisles and doing a inventory to see what they're running out of or low on. I thought that was interesting because I've seen them here in New York like a couple of years ago now, for a couple of years now. ChatGPT, Brian, is really good. Again, that's more large language model than anything. And ChatGPT is good. It helped me put my headshot business together. It helped me come up with a couple plans. And it's fast. It's just a faster way of planning shit. So I use ChatGPT for that now. And the thing is, guys, if you're looking to make money and stay in the money, you got to deal with large language models at some fucking point in time. You can't do everything on your own. Now, as far as entertaining AI, that's a different ballgame. Very functional and scary. Oh, yeah, I heard about Gemini. Gemini is fucking some shit. I was watching a commercial with Gemini. It was like, they were like, oh, we're having a problem building our basketball hoop. Can you help? And you take a picture, and the AI or the large language model in that scans the hoop and tells you exactly how you need to put it together. And even when you screw up. So I find that to be very interesting. But yeah, not taking a stand, guys, against a lot of shit. This is why we're in the position we're in. And I'm talking about the human race. I'm talking about around the world. Politicians, guys, will continuously screw us over. Continuously. People think that Trump is the next Messiah. I don't know why they look at him like that, but nonetheless they do. People thought Biden was the next Messiah. They were like, he's going to save America. And so was Kamala Harris. We are looking at these people, guys, who are about their own pockets and their money. Obviously, they're blaming Trump for mass stock market manipulation. Who knows? There was a bit of a panic with people who bought into the stock market who are not professional brokers, and they saw the market going down and they sold their shares. And then what happened? I think the rich or the elites or the professional market guys bought up those stocks, and then the stocks started going back up. Again, the coincidence on that is a little too on the nose, if you ask me. But someone just said Trump's a traitor. Trump's becoming unhinged. Listen, there's a lot of moves he's making as suspect. There's a lot of moves he's making that are good. So I don't know where the fuck this is going. It's one thing, like when you watch Biden, you knew Biden was going to crash this country. You just saw it. You're like, all right, look at him. Look at what he's doing. Look at Kamala Harris not doing anything. You're watching him. You're like, all right, this is going to turn into a shit show. But with Trump, don't know where the fuck this is going to go. I have no clue where this is going to go. If you think anyone but you is going to save you, good luck. JF Enterprise, that's the problem. People are putting People are putting too much. You know. And here's the problem. So Jeanette was like, don't talk about Trump when you did not about the fucking pukes, Biden and the rest. I know you're not talking about me. I know you're talking to me in that language, Mrs. Jeanette. But I did, if you are talking to me. Secondly, yeah, what this whole thing, guys, it's a ruse. It's all ruse. It's all a fucking ruse. And yeah, listen, Billy the Kid, yeah, it's definitely my fault. I fucking voted for the man, you know? But I also said in a couple live streams leading up to the election and afterwards, we were going to see a different Trump. That was the other thing, and we're starting to see that. You failed the spelling bee. He definitely did. But leave him alone. He's a little touched. Leave that touched kid alone. But guys, the whole point is that we are sitting here divided, looking at fucking these people as if they're going to save us. They are not. That is not their job. That is not their mission. They want nothing to do with us. All right? They want nothing to do with us. And listen, there are a lot of people on here who love Trump so much that as soon as I start talking bad about him, they're like, you're a liberal. I'm like, no, man. I'm my own thinker. I don't sit there and allow somebody to do shit and not put them under the microscope. I'm sorry. If you are that person that looks at Putin, for example, and thinks he could do no wrong, you're an asshole. If you look at Trump and think he could do no wrong, you're a fucking asshole. If you look at Biden or Kamala Harris and think that they could do no wrong, you are a triply, double, infinity asshole. That is the bottom line. We are not to put our hopes into these politicians, yet we do. And then when we do, we sit there and we start cursing at one another for voting for the opposite person. Because that is exactly what they want. They want us to be at each other's throats so that we can fucking sit there and fight about people who don't give a fuck about us. Meanwhile, they're lining their pockets. That is the fucking problem. But nobody wants to fucking talk about it. Everybody wants to talk about what Trump is doing bad or what Biden is doing bad. They're fucking this country, bottom line. They are fucking this in the ass. You got Trump talking about letting Bitcoin, be a new currency in the United States, allowing for AI to do what it's doing. That's not a man for this fucking country. If you are not going to outlaw AI, because if I was president, the first thing I outlaw is AI. I would outlaw that into oblivion. I would outlaw that until fucking Skynet goes online and kills me. But instead, something isn't right with this whole Trump-Elon Musk partnership. Something's not right. And yes, there is a MAGA cult. That's the crazy shit. And the MAGA cult is the people who sit there and look at Trump and go, he could do no wrong. When Biden was destroying this country, people were like, he's a great president. He's doing a great job. Because they are the morons that bought into the lie that these people are for us. These politicians haven't been for us ever. Never. Maybe the first president, but then that was it. After that, they were all about their pockets. But here we are, fucking at each other's necks, arguing about fucking Trump and Biden and Trump. They're no good. What we need to do is a revolution. Everybody rally up to a politician's home and make them pay. And shake their homes, play loud music, do whatever you got to do. But we got to fucking make them feel it. Want them to know that we're upset? Let's show them we're upset. But we have to show them we're upset as a unit. Not as liberals and conservatives, but as one group of people called Americans that are tired of being pushed around, shoved around, and fucking lied to. Because that's all it is. It's all a lie. Now, yes, liberals are effectively moronic. There's almost nothing you can do about that. There's almost nothing you could do about with their morality. Their infection is out of control. I've never seen a bunch of liberals that are saying and doing, like punching the lady who had a Tesla. The guy got out of the car, punched her in the face because she was driving a Tesla. He took it to a whole new level. Albert Pikes predicted everything, I guess. Those people you can't do shit about. But as Americans, if we got together, if we all looked at what this really was, and we were like, yo, we're being lied to, maybe we could do something about it. Maybe. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think we're ever going to be on the same page. I think we're always going to be at each other's necks because we like believing the lie. We are believing these lies left and right. We can't seem to shake it. We can't seem to do anything about it. We are always fucking sitting there going, did you see what they said? Or did you see what they did? He did this, he did that. Instead of being like, yo, that's what they're supposed to fucking do as a president of the United States. You're supposed to work for the people. You're not supposed to get a pat on the back and fucking high fives and jelly beans and fucking candy corn. You're supposed to do your fucking job and not brag about it. That's like me going into a fire, putting the fire out, or pulling a body out and giving high fives and like, yeah, I did that's my job. My job is to do what I'm designed to do. Put out fires and break shit. That's, in a nutshell, what we do. You're never going to see me coming out of a fire bragging about how good of a job I did as a firefighter. None of us do that. We do not do that. A police officer doesn't save a life and go, did you see what I did? You saw how I saved that baby's life? We don't do that. But presidents and politicians do. They fucking brag about the shit they're supposed to do for this country. I don't understand it. Patriot Son pointed out the obvious. He says America is not united as one. We know this. No shit. 2 of the passengers in the downed helicopters were still alive when they found them. I'm not sure how they passed away. But speaking about division, we're going to talk about the whole Carmelo Anthony insanity. We're going to talk about the GoFundMe. We're going to talk about how people agreed with the white boy dying. That's going to be a different conversation. But again, that's later tonight in about 12 minutes or so. Wait, 15, 16, 17 minutes. I am really bad at math. And the divide and conquer, Renee, is in full effect. We fall for it all the time. Like, you know, you want to try to understand a liberal, but then they say dumb shit and you want to kick them in the teeth. That's just it. Every time they open their mouth, you're like, why? Why the fuck did they... Like, the shit that liberals say and do is bananas. There was this whole thing about transgender kids, and one transgender kid was like, I just want to... Oh, what's his name? That little nerdy fuck on HBO. What is that? Last night, this week, or tomorrow, was yesterday? That fucking show on HBO. But that little nerd, he was talking about the whole transgender shit, and I'm like, I said, dude, it's not about them playing with their friends. Transgender people don't have friends. That's why they join sports, so that they can get friends. Not the point. But he was talking about, like, there's no proof of this, there's no proof of that. I'm like, this guy did no research. And he's on TV talking about this shit. He is a established TV show that doesn't do research and just talks and spews shit. What's her name? Rachel Maddow, the same thing. This bitch has a following. She's a professional reporter. And yet, she spews lies all the time. I mean, that is the most bizarre shit in the world. That you have a platform. John Oliver, thank you, Water Tiger. You have a platform and you just lie. You do no research, and then you get caught with your pants down, and you try to backtrack a little bit, but you really can't. John Oliver, that was it. That little fucking geeky piece of shit. Not even fucking American, talking about American politics and American way of life. How about you take your John Oliver fucking broken, crackhead, Harry Potter looking ass back to your country? I hate when they have these people who do not belong in this country, who are not born in this country, give them a TV show so they can talk shit about this country. Go fucking figure. But with that, guys, the other price and again, with us not taking a stand, the other price we will be paying is how we're being played. We are currently being played big time. We're being played all the way. And every single thing they do is just, they're playing us. They lie to us and they play. They played us with the whole Mr. 19 event. They played us with the whole arm ticket. We got played by the stock market, apparently. We are continuously getting played. It's just, again, these are the prices we're going to pay. Taking the arm ticket for those of you that took it, letting AI take our jobs, not taking a stand against anything. And this is where we are. And the thing is, I don't see it getting better. You know, people are like, oh, I'm going to move out of this country. That doesn't solve the problem. Moving away from an area you live in to get away from the problem doesn't solve the problem. People did it in California. Californians moved and they're taking their bullshit with them and infecting the rest of the country. You got New Yorkers taking their bullshit because they don't like New York and the crime, moving down south and trying to change the culture down there with their bullshit. Leaving doesn't change the problem, guys. It really doesn't. You're running away from one problem and running into another. That's what it is. My son's mother lives in Connecticut. She moved from the Bronx and went to Connecticut. The bullshit is following her there. At least with the neighboring city that she lives next to. I forgot the name of it. But they got their problem there now. You move from one area to get away from bullshit, and the bullshit follows you there. Whether it takes a year or two to get there, nonetheless it gets there. But yeah, keep getting news notifications. Yes, everybody's the elites or whoever it is, they're behind everything. They have to be. I mean, again, the helicopter crash is a big fucking JF Enterprise, Bridgeport. Yeah, that would be it. Bridgeport's a shit show, man. I drove through there once and I was like, yo, this shit. It resembled Maryland a little bit. That's how bad it was. I'm like, holy shit. They are notoriously bringing in people from the UK to talk about U.S. politics. Yeah, Cole, exactly. I don't get it. And then people listen. Us more Canadian prepper. That Canadian piece of shit is talking about American politics and American everything, and he lives in fucking Canada. He's another one. He's part of that piece of shit crew that fucking talks about shit they know nothing about. Oh, because I'm going to read about it, and then I'm going to spit back in the American people face who are supporting me about American way of life. He's a commie. He's a fucking communist. But people still listen to him. Whatever. So, right, SV40, thank you. Lady Goya? Right, it wasn't snake venom. It's simian virus 40. Right, it's a monkey virus that's in the Mr. 19 arm ticket. It was also, SV40 was also something else. I moved from the big cities, BS. Not always true. I love the big country. Oh, Jared, it'll follow you there. Just wait and see. The city bullshit always follows you. Always. I mean, like, there's certain areas, like you're in the sticks, maybe not, but like, you know, you move to another town and then that bullshit starts infecting you there. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, I hate the fact that other people from other countries come here or have a channel or broadcast their bullshit and talk about American this, that, and the third. And moronic Americans watch them and clap like fucking retarded seals. They're like, oh yeah, he's talking about America. Yeah, I agree. You gotta have some fucking standards, guys. I mean, it's something, you know? He's been selling nuclear war porn. I like that. Nuclear war porn all week. I like that. That's fucking funny. That's a funny one. Nuclear war porn. Yeah. Yeah, listen, man. We were supposed to... anything at this point, guys, can ignite the Third World War. Anything. Every time I look at the news, I'm like, all right, that's not good. But then 6 months later, here we are. Then you see the trade war, and you're like, all right, that could... Nope, that's not going to spark it. We're still here. 3 years ago, we were supposed to be glowing in the dark. We're still here. And I even bought into some of that bullshit. Don't get me wrong. And I've been wrong. And it sucks. And now I'm like, all right, anything could spark the Third World War. You know, Putin could wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, fuck this. I had enough. And then launch it. He could. He could do whatever the fuck he want. North Korea could do whatever the fuck they want. You know? So, yeah. If it starts, I mean, granted, I'll talk about certain situations that could lead to it. I'm not going to hang my hat on any of it. Like, none of it, you know? Speaking about shills, Lady Goya, you guys know that kid named Speed? He's a YouTuber or a gamer or some shit like that. He went to China, and he had the biggest propaganda China video I ever saw. I mean, I never liked that kid because that kid looks like he'll do anything for $1. But when I saw that shit, I'm like, this kid's a sack of shit. You know, this kid is fucking bad. I mean, and the problem is people are buying into this video. His video, he gained some crazy number of subscribers because of that. And I was like, no shit. You know? I was like, no shit. So... Anyway, just, I don't know where the hell that came from. But, yeah, psychological prepper. I have no idea what you're talking about. But, you're going to life out and no, I'm not going to life out here in NYC. That's definitely not going to happen. I'll be out of here again after the end of my, my stint with the job. I got 4 more years left, right? 4 more, and I'm out of here. Wait, 4 more years, and I'm gone. But and I was sent a link from land upstate New York, and the fucking price was good, and I was seriously thinking about buying it. It's 2 hours from my job, but it might be worth it. I don't know. But I was looking at that piece of land. I'm like seriously considering it. The price is good. It's in a decent area. I'm actually going to pass it off to Hudson Valley Prepping to see what he thinks of the area because he lives up there and see what he would tell me. But the price was good. It was a good fucking price. And the house is fucking nice. Looked like they just redid everything inside. Someone said Canadians have good food like bread and stuff, so much better than the U.S. The U.S. is being poisoned. The U.S. is being poisoned, and no one's talking about that. You would be close to Hochul, I guess. Nick Ferguson, what job? My firefighting job? That job. I'm in my parents' apartment. Not my brother's apartment. My brother doesn't have an apartment. 2 hours north of NYC, they get snow up there. I don't care about the snow. But it's almost a steal. He's coming to live with his best buddy in Utah. Nice. Listen, again, anywhere is better than fucking here. Because the drug addicts that are around here, all right, forget it. Let me walk that back. There's a big problem in New York City. The problem is the drug addicts and the psych patients. And they're coming together to fucking transform into fucking Voltron or some shit. It's fucking bizarre. You got people walking around who are high with pockmarks and shit, but then freaking out over shit. Nick Ferguson, I'm not retired. I got back on the job. It's fucking bad here, man. It's super bad. I've never seen the amount of drugs and psych patients together. They almost come, they come out in like tandem. It's fucking bizarre. You should see them. They like, it's at night, they fucking scurry about. I think the crackhead or the psych patient is riding the crackhead's back like a fucking horse. I'm like, who the fuck? I don't see ICE in New York. I've seen pictures. I haven't seen them with my own two eyes. I'm pretty sure at some point I will, but I haven't seen them yet. RWD, they're crackheads and they merge together. It's fucking bizarre. It's like a transform. Yo, I've never seen anything like it. And there's so many of them. And every day I go out for if I go out for my walk at night, which I won't be able to do tonight, but when I go out for my walks, I'm like, why the fuck are there so many drug addicts and psych patients? Psych patients are running around the street fucking breakdancing in the middle of the night. And there's no music. What the fuck is he doing? The guy's fucking doing a worm and shit on the ground. I'm like, why is this happening? Psychological prepper goes, okay, I didn't think I would get a whole... Why the fuck would I give you the whole story on here? If you've been listening, which you haven't been, you would have known why I'm here. Nice try, dick face. This fucking guy is like breaking my balls. I'm like, dickhead, I fucking explained it for the last 6 months. Matter of fact, watch the last 6 months of my live stream. I explain it all. Bits and pieces. But yeah, dude, the psych patient shit's out of control over here. It's just bad. Dudes are fucking just talking to themselves. And, they're like, could you buy me a soda? I'm like, and they're facing a wall. They're looking at a wall like this. And I'm walking by them, could you buy me a soda? And I'm like, who the fuck is he talking to? And then they'll look at me like, could you buy me a soda? I'm like, I don't have cash. But I'm like, how the fuck did he know I was walking behind him? Because whatever drugs they're taking, their fucking 7th sense kicked in. But it's fucking bizarre. It's just some bizarre shit, man. They do some weird shit. And then when they run away from the cops, they scurry up walls. I'm like, how the fuck did he get up there? The fucking guy's running from the cops. I blink, and the guy's like on a fucking fire escape. I don't know if they have wings or some shit. Who the fuck knows? Can I have a soda? I'm pretty sure they meant soda, not drugs, but I don't know. It's fucking bizarre. The most bizarre shit you'll see in the city. You see a lot of bizarre shit in the city. He's on a Bluetooth. First of all, can you believe it? Crackheads don't have Bluetooths. They don't have that technology. They can't afford it. They sell everything they own. They don't have phones. That's the one guarantee. The one guarantee that you can get is that they don't have phones because they sell all this shit. They sell it. One lady was walking down the street like all bow-legged and shit. She looked like a creature from the fucking Black Lagoon the way she was walking down the street. And I saw her from a block away because she's like, She took like 3 steps and she stopped. She breathed all hard. And I'm like, what the fuck is she making that sound for? And she started walking again. And I'm like, what the fuck is this going on? And she's like, can I get water? And I'm like, I'm looking around. She's looking dead at me. And I'm like, I don't have any money, ma'am. She's like, okay. And she starts fucking, I'm like, what is that? That's a fucking woman. But it's not behaving like, it's not walking like one anyway. I don't know why she was walking like that. It was fucking scary. And somebody was tagging that. Gross. Fucking gross. Still, man. Bad. Just bad. It's just, you see a mixture of shit here and it's fucking crazy. And the rats are getting fucking brave out here. They're cursing you out. They're not even scared anymore. You used to walk up to them and just be like, growl at them and they fucking run. Now the rats are looking at you and telling you to fuck yourself, and they continue to do what they do. And they're out during the day, which is even worse because rats are nocturnal. Psychological prepper, you scared to admit why? I already spoke about that, stupid. Carry on. I like how like people like, and it's like Nick Ferguson's like, I didn't know you were back on the job. Apparently you're not watching all my videos. You and Nick Ferguson should team up and then look at all my videos again. I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna head over to the Angry Truth channel, and I will see you guys over there in about 1 minute, or as soon as I end this. All right, guys, other than that, I think I will have a live stream next Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I will. Next Tuesday, I should have a live stream. Next Thursday, I will not. It'll either be Wednesday or Friday will be my next live stream. Good Friday. Anyway, other than that, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. I will see you guys later. Psychological prepper, you can go fuck yourself. I'll see you later, too.